What's up, everyone? Episode 6, Team Protege. Really excited about the film we're going over today. Tight end from the class of 2022, one of the top tight end recruits in the country, one of the top recruits in California as a whole. You know, California's got great athletes, some of the top prep players in the country, so Jack is one of the top players in the entire state. Jack does a lot of great things. His coaches have done a great job using him in a variety of ways, in the backfield, playing fullback, playing true wide tight end, catching balls, playing special teams. So really looking forward to breaking down the film with you guys. Jack does a lot of great stuff, but I also think there's some areas that we can improve on. So really looking forward to it, so let's get to the film. Here, Jack is going to be running a deep cross, and a deep cross is going to be get vertical for around 7 yards and break at a 45-degree angle. If it's zone, if it's man, or you feel like it's going to be a contested catch, you want to go flatter. And so Jack's going to do a great job on this play, getting vertical, avoiding the defensive end, avoiding the linebacker, and then making a contested catch. And honestly, this is what tight end is all about. You're going to play in the middle of the field. There's going to be a lot of contested catches, and you got to go up and make a play for your football team. And you see Jack just use his length to extend for the ball. He does a great job avoiding the defensive end, using his left arm here and swatting away the linebacker so he can't slow him down, and going up and making a big play on the ball, big play for his team. So overall, Jack, this is a great job of using your big body to your advantage in the middle of the field. So in this play, we're going to talk about how versatile a tight end is. You know, tight ends, we're asked to do a lot of stuff. We're asked to block, we're asked to catch, play special teams. But on this play, we're asked to act a little bit, and Jack is going to be a great actor. He's going to sell like he fell down. The whole defense is going to be rolling away from him with the quarterback rolling away. Jack's going to fall down, act like he fell down. He's not a part of the play. Defense, don't look at me, and then catch a wide open touchdown. So just a great job by the coaches. Just a little fun. You see him go down there. Quarterback rolls away. He's able to get a wide open touchdown because of his acting skills. Go celebrate in front of the band, Jack. This is awesome. Great job, coaches. Great job, Jack, by being a great receiver, tight end, blocker, and actor on this play. Way to represent for the tight end. So in watching Jack's films, one of the things that sticks out to me is, you know, he is a really, really talented player. But an area I think we can improve on, and it's an easy fix, and it's something that happens with a lot of young players when they're running routes, especially bigger guys. You know, when you turn your body, you naturally want to slow down. And so one of the keys to being a great route runner as a tight end is as you run your route and you make your break, you have to maintain your speed, especially on routes like a deep cross or a corner route. When you turn your shoulders to look back for the ball, you can't slow down. And so you see the two examples here, they're back-to-back plays where Jack will kind of roll off the ball. He's good stance, good start, but when he makes his break to look back for the ball, he slows down. And obviously this is a great play and doesn't impact him on either of these two plays. But as we get better, as we're facing better competition, getting to the next level, it's going to make a big difference. And so the coaching point here, Jack, would be as you're making your break, maintain your speed so that you're able to separate and gain more separations within your route, and make more plays down the field, keep your speed, have more explosive plays. So I think this is a key area where we can improve on as a route runner. So here's going to be an example of what I'm talking about, Jack and everyone out there, that when you run your route, when you run a deep cross against man coverage in particular, that when you look back, you can't lose your speed. Because as you look back, the DB is just trying to close on the ball. He's trying to make a play on the ball. So it essentially becomes a race to the ball, a race to a certain spot when we're running our routes and the ball's in the air. So I'm going to be on the left as you look at it. 26 is going to be covering me. And I'm going to be running my route from left to right in this screen. And you see as I make my break, there's no hesitation. I'm exploding at the top of my route and trying to make a play for us. And there's no false movement. There's nothing like that. You just got to run away from the guy. And so that's what I'm talking about, Jack, taking the next step as a route runner. When you put your foot in the ground, we got to run. We got to separate and create as much room for the quarterback to throw it to us as possible. So this is a great example of Jack blocking the second level, blocking the linebacker in front of him, displacing him, getting movement. So I want to run the clip for you guys. I want to show you it, and then I want to break it down with you and how we can be better. And so Jack does a great job, obviously, finishing through the whistle. It's a great block on film, a lot of movement, exactly what we want. But how can we be better? And you see there early on in the block when Jack goes to engage that his hands are wide. His hands are outside the linebacker's hands. So the linebacker initially is able to kind of stun Jack. And so the key to blocking on the second level, the key to blocking in general as a tight end or a lineman, is you have to, it's a battle of hand placement. And so Jack has to do everything he can to get his hands inside the linebacker and control him. Because when your hands are on the outside, you're on the perimeter, the ref at the top of the screen is looking at you. He could throw a penalty. You could get beat at the end of the day. You could get thrown by the defender. And you see Jack move his hands there and gets him inside down the road. But we could be much better off from the get-go if we're able to play with proper hand placement at the beginning, and we'll be able to control the linebacker, not risk a negative play with a penalty or getting thrown off our block. And so, Jack, I would just challenge you when you're working on these blocks, when you're working on the second level or blocking a DB on the third level, we got to work on our hand placement, and it's got to be inside. So this is the first time we've looked at special teams. This is the first time we've talked about special teams. This is the first highlight film I've seen where special teams is on it. And so Jack is going to be doing kickoff return. He's blocking on kickoff return. And this is as important a part of a team football game as offense. You know, my first play in college was kickoff. My first play in the NFL was kickoff return. So if you're a young tight end and you want to make a name for yourself on a football team, go talk to the special teams coach. Go talk to him and say, hey, how can I make a difference for the football team? All it takes is for you to start opening eyes of the coaches, flash on special teams, and then the offensive coaches will say, hey, how can we use that same person on our side of the ball? And so this is just going to be kickoff return. Jack's going to be blocking here. And he does a great job removing the guy, really dominating him at the point of attack. But the real highlight here is that this is just awesome that this play is even on Jack's highlight film, because it highlights how important special teams is to being a part of a team. You know, it's not about just playing offense. It's not all about catching passes, but you got to be able to play special teams, especially those young tight ends out there. So I would challenge you guys, talk to the special teams coach. Find out how you can get on the field. If you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior in college, it doesn't matter. Same in high school, and it's going to pay off for you. It's just you got to get your foot in the door on the team, making an impact, and then everything that you want to happen down the road. So in this clip, we're going to be talking about a double team, and Jack is at the right side of the tight end, and he's going to be working with the offensive tackle, the defensive end in front of him, to the middle linebacker. You see those three guys on the second level on the 40-yard line. We're calling those three linebackers. And so Jack and the tackle are supposed to be working a double team, the defensive end to the middle of those linebackers. We call it the middle of three, so you don't have to get too technical if you can't see their numbers. And so Jack and the tackle do a great job moving the defensive end, but their linebacker blitzes. And so their linebacker is gone, and they have to trust that the guard and the center are going to block their guy, and now they must block who the center and guard were originally supposed to block. And that's the left of those three linebackers, the guy furthest away from Jack and the tackle. And we call this the pizza theory. If someone is going to take our piece of pizza or our linebacker, we in turn are able to take their piece of pizza or their linebacker. So I want to watch this clip, show you guys what I'm talking about. They do a great job on the double team right there, and then their linebacker disappears, but the other linebacker plays over the top, and he is not blocked in the end. And so this is a great job on the double team. Great job moving the defensive end, but it could be better if we're able to get off on that linebacker so he's not able to get in on the tackle. So as tight ends, one of the things about tight ends is you're going to be asked to do a lot of different jobs. You got to be great in the passing game. You got to understand all the receiver routes. You got to be great in the run game. You got to understand everything the line's doing. In this case, Jack's going to be in the backfield playing what we call fullback. It's a position right in front of the running back typically. A lot of blocking, a lot of selfless play, and it comes down to want to. So Jack is going to be playing fullback right here, and he's going to be leading up on the goal line against the defensive end. And Jack does an outstanding job on the goal line, setting up his team for his running back to just walk into the end zone. And as a running back, what more could you want than you're on the 1 yard line expecting to just have a fist fight at the 1 yard line, and your tight end, your fullback, just opens up the hole for you to just waltz into the end zone. So this is just a great job of Jack playing fullback, doing whatever the team needs him to do, and doing an outstanding job. It's all about want to and desire. And Jack does an outstanding job moving his feet. You see here, his feet never stop moving on contact. And this is awesome because when your feet stop moving, the defender is going to have the ability to throw you or make the play. And Jack just walks him out of the end zone. And so this is just a fantastic look of all the things tight ends are asked to do in making a difference for the football team. So I want to talk about a stick route in general. A stick route is going to be 5 yards vertical and break away from the quarterback. And so Jack's going to be on the right-hand side of the formation. He's going to run 5 yards of vertical. You want to get 5 yards of vertical. And I think you could be a little better on this, Jack, in the first part of the route, getting vertical. Don't drift into the route. You want to go vertical for 5 and then break. And so Jack can be better on the stem, but what he does a great job of on a stick route, if it's man coverage, you want to run out of it. If it's zone, you kind of want to throttle out of it so the quarterback can either throw it to the guy in the flat, which is the receiver at number 2 on the hash here, or he can throw it to you on the stick. And so Jack does a great job getting upfield, breaking away, and kind of throttling so the quarterback's able to make a throw. Great catch, even though you know you're about to get hit by the DBs. And so this is exactly what a stick route should look like against zone coverage. So there we have it, episode 6. Jack Pedersen. Thanks for being a part of the team Protege, man. You're one of the top-ranked recruits in the country, top-ranked tight ends in the country. You see why, man. You can do a lot of things great. You can block, you play special teams, you're a factor in the passing game. But how can we improve? And I think it's the little things. I think when we're running routes and you turn your shoulders, don't lose your speed. You want to gain as much separation as possible, and I think this is the key for you taking that next step as a receiver. In the run game, work on your hands, keeping them inside. You're doing a great job finishing, doing a great job playing in a balance, but get your hand placement inside. And you know, in your application, you said you wanted to be the best tight end in the whole country. And so I'm challenging you in that. I think you can be one of the best tight ends in the country. You already are, and you got a lot. You have the ability to develop, continue to develop, challenge yourself each and every day to be the best, like you said you want to be. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how you use this to improve. And congratulations on all your success. Never be satisfied. And thank you, Jack, for being a part of the team.